Luckily for you and I, we're taking a semi-comprehensive tour of the entire world of Final Fantasy.
Luckily for the listener.
For the listener.
I do not think it's luckily for us.
I mean,
there is something to be said for what does it say about the person who would listen to us do this?
Yeah, what does it say about you?
Don't lay this all on us.
Say about you.
Let's lay it on you.
What does it say about you?
I mean, yes, we put it out there for you to enjoy. Maybe it's worth remembering the George Mallory quote about Everest. Why did you climb it? Because it's there.
Because it's there. Indeed.
Why did you do this incredibly difficult and ultimately meaningless thing? Because it's there.
I think there's a deeper, less impressive reason for me in this game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think about it.
Why did you listen to it? Because it was there. Welcome to No One Can Know About This, a podcast where we play every Final Fantasy game. I'm Jeff Ekman.
And I'm Ryan Kazmiski.
And here we go, episode 3.
Episode 3.
This is the one. This is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, this is the second half of day 2 where our minds just completely started to break down.
Yeah, we started playing at about 11 a.m., and this episode jumps in at about 4 p.m. and takes you through to 3 a.m.
Spoilers.
So yeah, we're in it. We're in it good.
So this is definitely one of the points where we were at the depths of playing this, and the experience of listening back through it, I don't know about for you, while it's been funny, has been deeply unpleasant all over again.
Rewatching all this footage to get back and actually, like, edit it down it's been putting me right back there in it.
I mean, I wanted to ask you, I feel like I've been playing video games differently since we did this.
Yeah, I definitely have.
This experience changed me in a way where, like, the idea of playing for more than an hour or two, I start to just get sick.
Yeah. So last week, very little happened. We wound up finding the Cave of Dwarf, where we found somebody who was looking for a floater. And so we're going to take you back to a little discussion we were having about that floater. And away we go. So we need to find a floater.
Yeah, he's like, right now, I can just float normal stuff that already floats.
Yeah.
But he's going to float anything. So when we find a floater, we'll see what is he talking about.
Well, before we start this next session, I'm going to drop a floater. So
drop a floater?
That's
okay.
how this is going to go. Ugh, this game is a floater.
I mean, I'll say this. Like, I've lost track of how long it might be. Which happens in every one of these games that I've played. It gets to a point where, like, I can't see the beginning anymore.
Yeah.
The end is not in sight.
I mean, we still have 4 levels of magic to unlock, which means there's 4 more towns minimum filled with levels of magic shops.
But that last town had 2 levels of magic shops.
You're right. Maybe there's fewer. We haven't explored this town that we just walked into.
I mean,
too.
The bigger thing
there could be 4 magic shops in this town.
We are about to find out.
On to it.
Yeah, let's drop that floater, man. The vampire of the Earth Cave is stealing the power of the Earth, and they need our help. Okay, so that's the big thing that's going on here. The Titan who lives in the tunnel eats gems. He loves rubies. Does that seem like a thing that, like, if you're a speech therapist, you, like, make someone say?
The Titan who lived in the tunnel eats gems. He loves rubies. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, it's like a vocal warm-up.
Mm-hmm. Who was that guy?
The vampire.
Ah.
No one passes this road.
Are you sure it's a vampire?
I don't know. I mean, he won't let me pass. Fuck. Okay.
So we entered our first dungeon of this play session and found ourselves standing in what looked like a big swastika.
We're standing in a swastika.
Ha! Wow. See what the animators hide.
I went the wrong way down the swastika the first time, and you end up in a hallway that isn't just a dead end, but it leads to a random counter for every single step you take.
Yeah, if you ever find yourself in a swastika, go east on that arm of the swastika.
Don't go west on the swastika. The back of that hallway is bad news.
Okay.
It's fine here.
It's as simple as that? Like, that's all that's there is bad news? What do you know? You get into a swastika and you find bad news.
Whoa. There we go.
Got some gold going on that. So the inns in the game keep getting more expensive until they just, like, level off at a certain point, and I'm just confused by all of this, and, like, why? Is it scaling? Is it not? What does any of it mean?
Having played more of these games than you, knowing how arbitrary the cost of things becomes, one of my greatest secret pleasures was watching your brain just, like, go, like, why is this more expensive?
How much did this inn cost?
100.
What?
It's the same as the last one.
Why?
Because it's a shitty town where everyone is dead. Are there no item shops in this town?
Like...
God damn. Okay, gotta sail back to the first town and go to the item store. Fuck this place. I'm just gonna... We're just buying heat. We're just gonna get a lot.
If you've been listening to the podcast, you now are tracking our road to buying 99 heals at one time, and we're not quite there yet. We're just buying a lot.
I mean, the thing said 99.
That's a shitty strategy guide that just tells you to buy. Like, I don't know, maybe come prepared.
Yeah, fuck
like
you.
there's no special trick. There's nothing we can do to help you. Well, we have so many potions now.
Still don't have 99 though.
Hopefully we can go through this dungeon. It's not hard to get there. We don't die on our way.
You're right.
If I don't walk into a bad hallway, maybe we can get
you
through
know where that
it.
hallway is now.
Yeah, hopefully there's no other bad hallways. You know what? Oh man, thinking about Pokemon is interesting in comparison to this. Like, which is a better game? This or Pokemon on the Game Boy?
That's a good question because
They're both really tedious.
Come at me. What? Send your hate to me. Pokemon, it's boring. It's a boring game.
well, for me too, I've never really been a collect 'em all kind of guy.
Like in Pokemon, every time you encounter a new enemy, you're like, it's like, that's like the game is like, can I catch it?
Right,
You know?
right. Which
Yeah.
is fun, but like
Yeah.
finding all of the different ones and like just to have them in a collection is one of those goals. Like, for whatever reason, there are other equally unimportant goals that video games put in front of me that I find satisfying and want to go for. Want to see all the content that we made? Because I have a weird completionist issue. Yeah, I'm not a collect 'em all kind of guy, but I am a completionist. I'll collect all of your content with my eyeballs. A game that gets harder as it goes along, but starts fun, is one thing. A game that starts super hard and stupid and frustrating, and then gets better, seems like a weird ask.
You know another thing that seems to be true about a lot of Final Fantasy games? They really, like, sort of settle into their groove about 10 hours in.
Are you finding that here?
Yeah, I'm finding that here. Not in as strong of a way. Like, I'm not gonna wake up thinking about this game and go, like, I've gotta play more right now. But, like, it definitely is, like, better now that we're playing at a higher level.
Totally.
Like, the beginning was so
That was really
miserable.
bad. You're right.
Oh.
And again, we find our least favorite enemy, the spider.
Why? They're everywhere.
I mean, spiders are everywhere.
That's true.
Are gargoyles undead?
I don't think so. I've never known them to be.
Well, I've only known them to be stone.
Yeah, they're statues that move. They're like statues that come alive.
Right.
Or monsters that become statues.
This is a weird thing.
They're not undead.
This is a weird thing.
Yeah.
Is the gargoyle ever just a thing? Like,
Well,
what was the statue made?
That's what I don't know, if it was a chicken or an egg.
yeah.
I don't know if it was a monster first that became a statue. Or, you know what I'm thinking?
Because it's a statue monster in modern video games. It's a statue that comes alive, but there must have been an origin of the concept of a gargoyle, which then made somebody want to make a statue of it.
Yeah, but I feel like they're tied to the statue, like their identity as
I
a
know,
monster.
but is that modern games or is that actually true? Because anything else that people make statues of is just like, it's a statue of a thing. The thing isn't the statue.
Yeah.
I don't think a gargoyle has to be a thing with wings, like a fat little, like, baby with wings.
Well, they're not babies.
Whatever they are, like fat
They're like
pigs. They're like flying pigs.
Sort of, but they've got like sharp teeth.
Right. That's
They're
not
monsters.
what a gargoyle actually is. It's any carved or formed thing that's like with a spout designed to convey water from a roof and away from a side building.
I bet you guys thought that this was just going to be an inane podcast where you wouldn't learn anything new. Boy, were you wrong.
Here's the gargoyles of a cathedral. I'm not seeing anything with wings like that.
So it was a statue first, and then at some point they started making them look like monsters.
You see, this is how the game enriches your life.
Yeah, I think it's like an architecture thing
Yeah.
where it's like specifically for things to move water from a roof. They started turning them into these animals that it will like rain out of their mouth instead of just like a gutter.
Remember that cartoon Gargoyles? That was
Rings
like they
a
were
bell.
like superheroes in Chicago or something. They were like the one was purple and they were like the Ninja
I
Turtles.
don't remember this.
But they were gargoyles.
Were they stone?
There was a
Were they
movie of
statues?
this.
Anyway, we finished talking about gargoyles, and we finally make it to the boss of the dungeon, which is a vampire.
No one can defeat me, the vampire. Vampire boss.
I always felt like gargoyles were like pets that a Dracula would have. Pets that a Dracula would have. That's a good point. Yeah. Right? Totally, because they got bat-like wings. Yeah, but they're not really bats. They're like dog bats. They're dog bats. Dog bats.
True boss.
I wish I had healed a little more. The bosses are so easy in this game. I was really settling in for like this might be hard, and it was.
Well, you got your damage dealing pretty honed in too.
We found Ruby.
We found Ruby. The Titan who lived in the tunnel eats gems. He loves rubies.
Check it out. I don't know what it is. There's a stone plate on the floor. You
said
sent something
evil?
What?
What?
So I should probably explain what we're looking at, which is there's a pedestal in the middle of the room, and whenever you pause, there's a glitch for a millisecond where the pedestal disappears and it reveals that underneath it is stairs. So theoretically we wouldn't know that, but because we kept pausing to be like, what do we do here? What item do we use?
Like looking for an item.
It kept showing us that there was a staircase, and we were like, well, how do we move the fucking pedestal?
Push it.
Can you push it? Push it?
Because there's some control I don't understand.
There's 2 buttons on the controller.
I know. A large red stone. I know. I want you to put it on the stolen crown. The mystic key.
The magic loot. Beautiful music fills the air.
I know there's stairs under here.
I know because when I pause, there's a glitch.
When I pause, the sprite goes away.
I'm looking.
Do I have to walk back to town? I know I have to walk back to town, don't I?
Wait.
Tell them I killed the vampire. And then they'll tell me they moved the rock.
God. I do love the descriptions here where it's like, the bend to the west of the entrance ladder is particularly dangerous as it forces repetitive battles at every single step.
Yep, that's the...
But the ladder to the next floor is a short walk east. What, dude?
What?
After defeating the vampire and returning with the earth rod, the player can access the next 2 floors which hold even harder enemies.
Wait, returning... Where? What is the... I don't have the earth rod.
You don't have the earth rod?
No. I got Ruby.
The Titan who lived in the tunnel eats gems. He loves rubies.
I've got to take the
Okay,
Ruby
the
sword.
Warriors of Light descend through the cave and defeat a vampire residing in the 3rd basement level, who seems to be the cause of the problem. However, this fails to stop the rotting of the earth. Later, they speak with the wise and ancient sage Sada, who lives in a cave to the west. Sada gives them a rod, which with which they can move an obstacle back
Fucking
at the back of the vampire's chamber.
God.
They return with the rod and expose the secret passage, revealing 2 deeper floors into the cave.
Ugh.
I think that when we beat this, to give you like a light at the end of the tunnel, we're gonna polish an orb.
You know, sometimes when I'm just doing my own personal orb polishing at home, I like to make it as much of a chore as I can. We're gonna fucking die. Dude. I can't do anything. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I can't believe everybody is stunned. Or
Run!
I'm not running.
What?
I'm not doing it.
Something that I'm learning about myself listening back over this is when I start to get frustrated, I get angry and determined and dig in. And this is like the first glimpse. I've actually been thinking
about this lately because, like, you made this point the other day, and I realized, like, yeah, when you get frustrated by something, it's like if somebody offers you like a glass of cool water, you're like, no, take me to hell.
Yeah.
Like get it away from me. Like if you're hot and somebody's like, hey, here's a piece of ice, you're like, fuck ice.
Yeah,
ice doesn't work.
Exactly.
Get fucking cured. Jeez, come on, guys. We're not going down like this.
We're not going down like this.
Jesus Christ. I just like, I can't, like,
you know what's hilarious?
I hate these groups of dudes.
Dude, if we die here, I'm gonna have to look at the time code and see how long ago it was that we were just being like, you know, when you get this late in the game, start figuring it out and start getting good. I mean, it was like an hour at the most. It's like kind of a pretty good game.
Oh my god, don't even joke about this.
Are we? No, you got heals.
I mean, you know what? Look, you're right. Look at this bat. What the fuck? There's a hallway big enough for one, and they've got a bat flying in it.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
This is what happened last time. We almost
died. They got the jump on you.
Yeah.
Last time. Oh my god, dude, you're out. We're in the middle of the swastika.
I know.
Oh, I've never been so relieved to see a swastika.
Yeah. Just stop it already. You know what? I bet the earth is still rotting because I haven't polished my balls yet.
You gotta polish your balls.
Gotta polish my balls.
You can't forget to cut the balls. So they say. This is where I awoke. And I reached into my pocket and I found balls.
I mean, this has got to be the earliest RPG I've ever played. So hypothetically, when we polish an orb, we'll be done with a quarter of the game?
I don't think that's how it's
more
actually
than
playing.
A quarter.
Yeah. Because I think the
Then
orbs
we'll
are going to
then
start
we'll be
coming hard and
polishing
fast.
orbs.
We're going to be...
The
Once you break the orb
coming
seal-
hard and fast.
I mean, we reached the point of deliriousness where we're just saying balls over and over again. Do you think it's really funny that we have to clean some balls?
Once you start sloshing them around in your
In your mouth.
washer,
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
basically,
How do we...
Yeah.
Are we going to lick them?
How do we get the euphemism for mouth right? Like, if you really just want to get up there
And gargle?
polish those
Gargle
balls.
those orbs?
Give it a nice sloppy ball polish. Can't save the world without glistening orbs. It's that other cave where there was like that hunchback who was like, "You can't come here."
Oh.
And now I'll be like, "I can't. I have Ruby."
And he's
like,
going to be
"Fine."
like, alright.
He'll be like, "Okay, I have Ruby."
Give me the ruby. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Ate it.
It tastes so sweet.
What is he?
He's the Titan who lives in the tunnel. And we know what he likes.
Where?
He disappeared. Is this rod? Behind the vampire's room.
Okay, thanks, asshole.
I think the asshole is the game designer that made us go all the way
Made
over
us
here
walk
to do it.
all the way over here
In
just
order to go
just
back
fucking
through
walk
those
back.
three. It's three, right?
One
Before-
floor is like super short, but the other two are like really long.
For those of you wondering what this crazy noise is in the background, that's my dog, and I'm throwing a ball so that she can run and play and get it. Man, she's so happy-go-lucky, too. She just, like, feels like a dog that would shut off our machine right now.
Yeah.
And just look at us like, ha! And not have any idea how frustrated.
Almost like a little kid who like doesn't know that they're not going to be, that this isn't cute, and they're just so amazed with themselves. Like runs up and like shuts off the system.
Right, and it's like
Like I don't know why, but I'm imagining some kid who's probably like 4, and he's like bare ass naked, and he like runs around the corner, and he's like ah, and like some guy, his dad comes chasing him, and he's like, come back,
come back here. Yeah. That's definitely the kind of
you need to put your pants on.
That's the situation.
And he's just like, hey, we're playing. Like, doesn't understand that, no, we're not playing. Haley, we're not playing game right now.
We're not playing games
We're
right
not
now.
playing a game.
This is not a game.
I don't know what it is, but it's not a game.
What do you think is a more engaging game? The one she's playing or the one we're playing?
Oh, I mean, Catch the Ball is...
You know, that's just...
Yeah, Catch the Ball is a classic.
It's a classic.
It's almost as good as Smash the Rock. Like, try to break the rock on the ground.
Oh, yeah. What about, like, the origin of a classic series?
This is much like Smash the Rock. Final Fantasy 1 is an enduring classic of the human existence. So we made it back from the cave with the Titan all the way back down the 3 floors of the dungeon to where the plate was blocking us, used the rod, got past the plate, went down 2 more floors, and found the boss, Lich. An ominous cloud rises, and an evil shape
Congeals?
Congeals.
It is Lich!
It is Lich. The fiend of Earth.
I'm ready to defeat Lich. Ooh!
You know what Lich is? He's undead.
And again, as we mentioned, the boss fights are crazy easy, so this was over quick. So we got his ball. What?
Whoa.
What was that? Now, what happened next couldn't have blown my mind more, because the game teleported us out from the bottom of the dungeon all the way to the entrance without us having to walk through every floor.
I know, it's a game that like takes pride in making you walk places that you have already walked.
Thank you, game!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
We didn't have to walk out.
Look at what it did for us. How nice of it.
Oh.
I mean, talk about Stockholm Syndrome.
There we go.
We polished an orb!
Orb polished. We made it back to town, and hoping that somebody would acknowledge our achievement of polishing our orb, we went around and talked to everybody again. And so we found a guy that we hadn't talked to before that says, they say the ancient people used a stone to make their ship float. They say, what? What?
What, dude?
Evidence of an airship.
I mean, and dude was talking about, I need a floater.
Oh, to make...
What if that all comes together to be the fucking airship?
It's gotta be the airship.
Now, what ensues from here is a journey to anywhere. Do you think I'm at the top of the map?
I don't know. I was trying to decide that, if it goes around.
There's no way to, like, look at the map. Look, fans of this game who know why we can't look at the world map, keep it in your pants. We'll get there. This island is huge. What is this place?
That's no, that. What is that?
I don't know what that is. I think that's a whole other town.
No, is that the second town?
I don't think so. It didn't look like it. Where are we?
Who can say?
I don't think we've been to...
This place is fucking huge.
Fuck you.
Does this make 15 seem like even more?
You can't really hear what Ryan's saying here because I'm laughing over it, but what he's pointing out is how much bigger this game feels than Final Fantasy 15, which came out in 2016, a modern giant game.
But it's essentially it's just like a circular road around a field. Like, yeah. That's the majority of the
like
game.
The whole game.
What's saying? Come at me. Come at me.
Come at me.
Final Fantasy 15 sucks. What do you have to say about it? Like, look at this. Like, Final Fantasy 15 is what?
There isn't a single port. What is that place?
We don't get to know that yet. What's that down there?
Have we gone around? Like, it never ends. There's just more place to go, and I bet you this is gonna lead to a dead end. Fuck you!
Because I think there's probably stuff north of where we were, too.
So we're sailing around, and then we find a series of small islands that look like they have buttholes in them.
Well,
that's a butthole. What?
There's one there.
Okay, so obviously we're gonna be able to...
Butthole archipelago over here.
It's a whole butthole archipelago. This is pissing me off.
Why? Do you want
like,
me to...
the fact that this exists, like, what... How do I get, like... how much is there, man? There's so much left! There's so much game. We've, like, only seen, like... Are they about to, like, show us, like, another, like... Was this just the cold open?
Yeah, what if the 4 orbs aren't even the end of the game? What if the 4 orbs are just, like, proving yourself?
Like, I don't know where I've been. Have I been in here?
I don't think so.
No?
It looks very similar to when you did go in, but I don't...
And every, like, 10 seconds of movement, you get to...
Yeah, you get to stop.
You get to stop.
Every little bit you cover, then you get to stop.
You get to stop.
Where are we?
I don't know.
Go up. Go up. I like how you've been like the positive one about this game all day, and then you just took a boat ride, and you're like, wait, no. Like, seeing the world makes you go like, no way.
Dude, that excursion took a lot out of me.
You were just like, fuck that.
The number of towns I've seen and not been allowed to go into.
To make you afraid of the world?
Does.
This is the sound of playing the game 10 or 15 hours in. Like, you'd start just smashing A as fast as you can.
But it doesn't get you any faster.
And pressing A doesn't...
It does nothing.
It doesn't speed it up.
You can only enter the commands at the rate that they can be received, and so pressing A faster, it's like jamming the closed door button in an elevator over and over again.
Exactly.
And it's just like, the elevator doesn't care, and you're just like, I want it to go!
Yeah, that's what this sound is. Whenever you hear this is us just, like, taking our frustration out on the controller. Wait, what's up here?
What is up here? What is this place?
We haven't been here.
Oh, God.
This is ridiculous. Wait a minute.
Is this the bottom island?
I think it is.
I think it is, too.
It wraps around.
I think it wraps around.
So we should just go north. We should just... Wait, how does that make any sense?
I don't know how
Let's
to...
go north from here. It's like a very small cylinder, this world.
Yeah, no. I had a feeling it would be like that. Like, in the boat that we're in, sharks can't attack us. Either can the hags.
Now's not the time to get incredulous.
Now is not the time to get incredulous? I'm incredulous about so many other things right now. What are you? You was a port. It doesn't really matter. The point is, we wound up finding the next town with new magic and a guy who's asleep. You're asleep? Other than the guy who's sleeping, there's basically nobody in this town. There's like nobody in here.
Nobody lives here.
And all this one says is, Light Warriors, you can do it.
Back on the boat.
I don't want to get back on the boat.
I mean, this town is fine. Look, nothing's wrong.
Wait, what? What? Now, I don't know quite how to describe this.
I guess the way to say it is hidden in the trees beside the village.
There were 12 wizards.
Just standing in a circle, purple-robed wizards, all saying different crazy shit.
It was insane. Whoa, dude, what? Oh my god.
And one of them finally had an explanation for what we're doing in this game.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't
It's
believe.
been 16 hours, and finally somebody told us why we gotta polish the orbs.
What are you guys doing here? We're the 12 sages.
We, the 12 sages, were led here by the stars and prophecy.
Is that what all you're gonna say?
I am
Lucan! What? We almost just missed it. We would have gotten back on the boat, man. We would have gotten back on the boat. We would have gone nowhere.
It would have been all my fault.
No, I would have been totally understandable. Where else are we gonna go? Why would it be like this? Why would it be here?
You know what? Someone did mention at the beginning of the game, they're like, Lucan's gone to the north.
Oh my god.
But finding Lucan has never been our goal, has it?
None of the towns have ever had anything like this.
What are we supposed to do? The prophecy that the king said was...
Are we gonna now find out what this game is about?
I am Lucan. All legends and prophecy will be fulfilled. Our path has been decided.
That's all Lucan had to say.
Great job vanquishing the Earth Fiend. Now the Fire Fiend wakes with his canoe.
With his canoe?
With this canoe.
This canoe.
Go to the volcano and defeat that fiend also. Oh, we can swim on rivers now with the canoe.
Oh my god, man.
Quickly, before all is burnt, hurry to Grugu Volcano and stop the Fiend of Fire. There's 12 of them, light warriors. Only you can make the orbs shine again. As you restore light to the orbs, we will reveal more secrets. Please see us repeatedly.
Oh my god. Repeatedly.
The Fire Fiend will burn everything up. The Earth Fiend causes the rot of our land. Not anymore.
Yeah.
4 fiends are bent on the world's destruction. 200 years ago, the Fiend of Wind teamed with that of the water to destroy
This is here?
civilization.
Why is this here? Why is this here in the
Destroy
game?
civilization.
The fuck are you talking about?
It's at about the right time to get the real story. Each element's power focuses at its altar. Locate and crush the fiend. Then to make it shine, place the orb on the altar. It guarded.
It's normal for a Final Fantasy game to have a really hard pivot around the halfway point,
Yeah.
sometimes even later, but this is different because up until now it's been completely aimless.
Yeah, this isn't pivoting from something to something else. This is like the introduction of the line. The line doesn't pivot. So that's it, man.
Okay, so we gotta find the volcano.
Now we have a canoe. Wow,
Please visit
dude.
us repeatedly.
I can't believe he said, please visit us repeatedly.
This game must have blown people's minds. Right? What?
We just got a canoe, and now we can go on these fucking... There's
I can't
so
believe
many...
how excited I am about the canoe. Like, when there's a canoe and not an airship, I was like, canoe! Because also earlier you were like, why can't we go in the river?
I know!
I didn't... I don't know why I didn't think of this, but I did not think it was because, we don't have the canoe. Man.
I figured that it was just not gonna happen.
We don't have the canoe.
So we took a little break and had a little discussion. All right, when did we start today? We probably got going on the game at 11 a.m.
Yeah, I came over at around 10.
Well, it's 11:30 now.
Oh, God.
And the question is, do we do the next segment? Now, before we get to the answer to that question, let's talk about what we've done.
What did we do since we last talked
Oh
to
my
the
God.
microphones? We had just opened the canal
We had
from
just-
the dwarves. We had just opened the canal from
That
the
was
dwarves.
today?
That was today.
We had just
It was
opened-
all today.
I know. Of course, it was all today.
What does your brain feel like right now? What has this done to you?
I do feel really tired,
Me too.
but there is a fire in my belly,
There's a fire inside of you.
and it's in the volcano too.
It's in the volcano. I mean, I feel like more and more metal screws have been added into my brain. Like, there's just parts that are...
Making it more stable? Screws are usually used to stabilize...
Well, it's like a...
but when you're driving them into your brain, maybe it means something
man.
different. Heads, we continue another day. And tails, we continue on right now. What do you want to hear?
I don't know. Oh.
It's tails.
Okay, I can't even tell anymore. I'm not familiar with that coin.
This is like such a weird concept to me. This is chicken flavored toothpaste.
Oh, God.
They love it.
Have you tried it?
No. Dog toothpaste, dude. I'm not eating the fucking...
I'm not asking you to eat it. I'm asking if you brush your teeth with it.
No, dude. That sounds so gross to me. It's the idea that they would even make that for humans.
I mean, is it inherently different from person toothpaste?
Okay, Ryan, are you ready to try chicken flavored toothpaste?
I'm a little excited.
Okay, this is enzymatic toothpaste. Oh, wait, that's just the French word for it. This is the CET Home Dental Care Poultry Flavor Toothpaste. Applied daily or as directed by your veterinarian.
No one brushes their dog's teeth every day.
No, I know. All right, here we go.
Well, I'm gonna put some water on this toothbrush.
Yeah, go.
There we go.
Yeah, get a good glop of it.
Got a glop. Looks disgusting.
Oh, it does?
I'm gonna get a cup.
He's getting a cup for, I assume, spitting.
It's kind of like a flesh tone.
He's doing it. This is chicken flavored toothpaste. You're hearing the sounds of it.
It tastes...
All right, should I try a little dollop?
At first it tastes like nothing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
But then...
It's like chalky. Oh, you got a new morning routine? Oh, man, that's really gross.
The way, yeah, it gets
really gross. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, what is that texture? It's like it's like throw up inducing. I think he's over there puking into my sink. Thoughts?
My teeth feel very clean. Like it has a definite like medical dentistry quality to it. Like, you know how your teeth feel polished after you...
It's for an animal that often eats its own poop.
I mean, it seems like good toothpaste. I wonder if they make a different flavor.
Like a mint
Maybe
one?
I could get like a
steak?
medical grade steak.
Like a steak?
A nice fine
nice
steak.
Fillet?
A nice fillet, maybe. It doesn't taste like cooked chicken. Like a
It
chicken
tastes like raw
sandwich.
chicken?
I think maybe, yeah. There's some...
Maybe that's why it's so gross.
That could be the gag.
Yeah, it's like your
reflex.
body
It
going
tastes
like,
raw
no,
meat.
don't,
Like,
eat
don't eat this.
raw chicken. Throw this up.
I mean, it's like a maze of rivers.
Oh, that tree stump? Do you think that's it? Do you think that's the volcano?
So in the volcano, there's a lava floor in some parts, and it's not like there's a solution, like find the lava boots. Like, the solution is just walk across the floor and take damage, and then heal when you get to the other side. It's just like a literal resource drain.
Should have spent more time God. I think that was one hit point off of everybody.
Tell you what, the enemies in this place are tough. Win by softs. S-A-W-F-T.
Soft. I mean, things are falling apart to the point where we don't even know what to say.
Should try to leave and come back. We're out of stuff.
So as we're exploring, I realize at about the right time that we should turn around and leave and do our normal trip back to town to like re-up on everything. And right as I say that, we encounter a group of gargoyles. And none of our prior research or knowledge about gargoyles saves us from their wrath. They just murder us.
Oh my god. Fuck. Run. God.
Oh,
damn it. No.
No.
Fuck.
No.
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 No!
Oh my god! Wait a minute, we made it through all those treasures, though, in the Grey Worm.
I know, but we know we need more shit anyway. Should we just go back to town?
Yeah, go back to town, go get 99 heals.
Yeah.
Like the fucking strategy guide said. Now you guys are getting it. Listen to the advice.
The strategy guide is right.
Well, we did it.
It's a great strategy, actually. I mean, what else can you do? I'm gonna buy a house.
I mean, in this market? And now you sit here and press A.
I'm gonna sit here and press A forever. Because for real, we need, like...
To me, this is like a perfect example of the kind of thing that people who have fond memories of old games don't remember.
Yeah, they don't remember this. They don't remember potion shopping in Final Fantasy 1. Oh, I'm so close to 99, I'm just gonna do it.
Nothing stops the energy and forward momentum like spending 7 minutes buying 99 heal potions.
It can't carry anymore.
Well, perfect.
Oh, we still got 9,000 gold, player.
My hope, we should state our hopes with what we hope to do long term with this project. Because I think an actual hope of mine is to understand why something that's clearly so not fun is so enjoyable to us to do. Really what we want to do is justify the fact that we've played a lot of these games.
Justifying playing the games and pioneering a whole new genre of podcast. We're breaking ground and sailing to places that people haven't been to and changing the world for the better. There's all kinds of glamorous reasons that we're doing it.
Yeah. I wouldn't play this by myself.
I would not play this by myself.
I would not do this.
Ever. If I had read about D&D and didn't know a single person who played it, and that was all I wanted in the life, and I was alone, lonely,
I would play Baldur's Gate.
You wouldn't even pick this?
No.
This is the game that your mom knows that you're into fantasy books, and she saw fantasy on the title of the game.
At the time, I probably would play this alone, but...
Right. But today,
I
forget it.
No.
Only a maniac would do this with a friend.
Yeah. It's pretty fucked up, huh?
So what I'm about to unknowingly do is fully break Ryan. It's a Final Fantasy podcast by two guys who are a little embarrassed to have a Final Fantasy podcast.
I didn't even think about that. This is going to be really embarrassing.
I honestly...
It's all fun and games discussing why we're doing this at it was probably 1 or 2 in the morning.
Right.
Inside, I was just seeing my life laid out bare. I was just going to a bad place inside as we were talking about this and realizing what are we doing?
We kept being but what do we have to say? And then at a certain point it was what does anybody have to say? Just make the thing. What the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah, I was talking to someone about this the other night about getting rid of the need, feeling the need that someone has to give you permission to put yourself out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
I have to get past these imaginary gatekeepers.
Right.
As I'm trying to justify this with platitudes about self-confidence, I'm saying these words, and then in my head realizing that I don't want to put this out there. I just what I'm feeling inside and what I'm trying to say to bolster myself are not meeting in the middle anywhere anymore.
These imaginary gatekeepers that are keeping you from putting out into the world that you spend all day, every day playing Final Fantasy.
Exactly.
Who will validate that I'm good.
Right.
Before because I wouldn't want to annoy anyone with my stuff that's not good enough or whatever.
Yeah, it feels good to make something. What am I making again? Who are we to have a Let's Play? What do we have to say or add?
Who are we to play a video game?
Right, yeah. And it's people would...
Oh, I found the giant sword.
Okay. Interesting. We were onto something for a second, but then we found the giant sword, so, you gotta focus on what's important.
Yeah, exactly. Any distraction from what we were onto, which is who are we to do this? and why are we doing it? Let's not think about that.
No, we found the giant sword.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be like that slot machine sense of accomplishment that we're getting out of this.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call this game fun.
No, but like it's the sense of accomplishment. It's like I worked, I put in time and effort, and I got a result. That result wasn't actually meaningful, but it was meaningful enough to my lizard brain that it made it worth doing.
I mean, there is definitely a part of me that because the series has been like a part of my life for so long that I feel like I should say that I've played all of them.
Just because of that reason?
I don't know. I mean...
Well, I do totally relate to that, because it's like, well, you know, I care about this thing, maybe I should, like, care about it. Like, I definitely have this thing where, before binge-watching was, like, a common thing, I would go and watch every episode. It was not easy to find every episode of a TV show, but I would watch every episode of a TV show.
Let me jump in here with a for example. Now, before TV was coming out on DVD, eBay was new. But what eBay was offering was people would put something together that you couldn't get anywhere else. And what I bought was 9 VHS tapes carrying every single episode of Sports Night. Now, I'm not done, because not only did I watch every episode of Sports Night 100 times, but I then went back on eBay to get a higher quality version of every episode of Sports Night. So I have 2 VHS copies of every episode of Sports Night. Then I also have it on DVD. It's a mess. I was a disaster in 8th grade watching every episode of Sports Night over and over and over again.
And now that's common practice, but that was like, you weren't supposed to watch every episode of old shows. There was like a lot of bad episodes that aired and that just never got rerun. And you were just catch the reruns that were the good episodes. Mm-hmm. You're not supposed to watch 11 seasons of MASH. I think the single one I'm least proud of, which like, there's a lot. Mm-hmm. This includes a list that Mad About You is on. Every episode of Mad About You is on this list. And I'm weirdly most like, why did I watch all 6 seasons of Third Rock from the Sun?
And it's... No, I get that.
It's like...
that show is like... It's not even the worst show.
It's not.
It's just like... But there's no reason to watch it.
6 seasons.
6 seasons of
have
Third Rock
fucking
from the Sun.
22 episodes each.
No, we don't need to justify this. This is way better than watching 6 seasons of Third Rock from the
Is it though? I don't know. I guess it is. Because by the end, I was numb to everything they were doing. Mm-hmm. I think I did it in like a disgusting amount of time too, like 3 weeks. I had a 17-inch laptop that I used to lay on my bed and put on my chest.
At this moment while playing, I'm finding Jeff's stories too relatable and in like a bad way.
Just live inside a Third Rock from the Sun.
I have a sickness.
Watch 6 seasons of Oz. The last 2 are not worth your time.
No, I haven't seen that show before.
Like, season 1 is a brilliantly constructed season. Like, it's one of the most influential shows because it's like... It's when HBO became HBO, but it was 2 years before The Sopranos went on the air.
So Jeff is telling me all about TV, and I can't even be present here. This is the opposite of be here now. This is me. All I want to do right now as I'm trying to get through this dungeon is go home and like make lists of everything in my life and like categorize things and figure out how to fix what went wrong and where it happened. Like, this is where my head is at while he's telling me about Oz.
No, I'd say even through season 4 because of the crazy turns and twists that they take the characters through. But season 1 is basically like this giant lead up to a prison riot. That happens in the finale.
We couldn't be at more different points in our inner lives at this point.
Like, I have no idea that I've broken you and now I'm just talking.
I just wandered down a hallway in my soul into like a back room somewhere, and it's just like you can't tell.
So the prison is called the Oswald Maximum Security Prison, called Oz.
I always wondered why the show was called Oz.
The whole show takes place in this experimental cell block.
It takes place in a prison where people are prisoners.
Right.
Do you relate to that at all right now?
Do you feel like you're in a prison?
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a prison.
The cell block is nicknamed Emerald City.
Do you ever wonder what would happen if you just sold all of your belongings and got in your car and you just drove to the next town? Just drove until your car ran out of gas. You just, found a room to rent some other place, some other town, and got a job just, I don't know, doing something useful like washing windows.
And me, the guy who runs this cell block, is like trying to convince the warden that this is a better way to rehabilitate these people. And so I can make a difference here by like changing the prison system, and we have this like experimental idea of how we're gonna do this cell block.
Does it work?
Does it work?
Yeah, do they become
Good people?
not prisoners anymore, I guess? I don't know.
Not really.
And then in your new life, when you're out there, you can just be free of like culture and all the TV shows and all the things you think you should know that other people want you to know, and you talk to them, and you just, I don't know, you make your $30 washing windows and you buy a sandwich and you just sleep under the stars.
J.K. Simmons is a Nazi in it, and he... Like, the pilot is him burning a swastika into a Jew's ass.
That sounds like pretty horrible.
Yeah.
And then after, I don't know, a decade of washing windows and getting by, maybe you'd meet a lady and she's been through a few marriages and you're both just looking for another person, and you just find each other, and it's just about being together. It's not about status or money. And then you just realize, maybe that's good enough. Maybe that's all a life is.
You can just introduce a whole new couple of characters because they just these guys just got sent to jail.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I never thought of that.
It all works out in the end, but first you just gotta burn it all down.
When you meet that lady, what are you at, level 18? What are you where are you on your progression?
RNGesus on your side.
Must.
I want... You know what bumper sticker I make actually consider putting on my car? RNGesus is my co-pilot.
That would be so great and so terrible.
I feel like I would put that on a character's license plate.
Yeah. I hate that there's no way to do these dungeons in one go. Fuck. Oh, I'm so tired.
I do love the look when I was like, we're not gonna go later than what, 2:30 or 3, and you're just are looking at me.
I'm like, what are you talking about, dude?
Who knows when we're gonna be done? Could be fucking 6 a.m. Could be 9 a.m. We might never be done.
Jeff, just stop saying these things. Stop talking like this.
Ryan's looking at me as he's pressing A over and over again to buy more heals.
I've got to buy 50 more heals.
50?
Because there's not...
50?
Look at this stupid guy running this stupid clinic.
Ooh,
holding his hands out.
We're not playing this game to, skip chests. You skip, all the items.
Oh, man. I'm, getting so tired, I'm, losing sight of, what are we doing?
It's easy.
My morale is dropping.
I think I need to take over the controller in a minute.
No, I'm gonna get through here.
Alright.
My morale playing the game isn't dropping. My morale in life is,
Ooh, look at this place.
Ooh.
This looks cool.
Oh, no.
One of the enemies we fought was called Cerberus, which led us to a discussion of what is Cerberus.
Maybe it's just a thematic name. If you were the demon that lived in the volcano and you had volcano dogs. Maybe you'd call him Cerberus. You'd name him after, you know. It makes sense to me. I mean, like, plenty of people probably have a dog named Snoopy. It's not the Snoopy. You know what I mean?
Like, just because you name your dog Snoopy doesn't mean it's the
Doesn't
real
make him
Snoopy.
the real Snoopy from Peanuts.
To me, I know it's the sickness that I have that has to do with completionism.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if there's extra shit in this game, I'm not doing it.
Me either.
I'm not. In fact, I'm not even gonna pick up this next treasure chest that I'm right next to.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Taking a stand in a game that forces you to sit.
No, I'm gonna walk away from it.
No, you're not.
Walking away
no, you're
from
not.
it.
I'm not gonna let you do that.
What do you mean you're not gonna let me do it?
I'm not gonna allow it.
Okay. Damn it! Fuck!
I would have allowed it. I would have given you a not worth it amount of shit.
He keeps, like, walking up to the front of the treasure chest, which triggers a fight, finishing the fight, looking at the treasure chest, deciding, I am strong enough to not open this, and then walking away, getting into another fight.
Oh.
Pick it up. Do it. I know what you're thinking. Just
no,
do
it's
it.
not happening.
I can't believe you. No.
No, it's staying there forever. We're
No.
never gonna know what's inside of it.
Dude, you know what's inside of it.
We're never-
A story important item.
No, it's
It's
not.
gonna be TNT. It's gonna be a floating stone.
No, it's not.
It's gonna be.
It's not. It's not.
The TNT was in a fucking random place.
In a magically, you know, that's not.
We don't know if this was sealed by the magic key. We now just have the magic key.
Your arguments are fine. God damn it!
You just made yourself do 2 fights. Unnecessarily. Because for what? To prove what, Ryan?
Well, now that you put it like that.
Oh God! I didn't realize I'd be able to
Now
turn
that
you
we're
back
putting it
around.
like that.
What the fuck? No! No, dude.
I can't.
Jeff has an issue with completionism, and I have an angry defiance streak boiling inside of me.
If we have to come back here into this room to find a story item, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you. And now I hope it happens.
Alright, I'm opening it.
What? Really?
Gonna run out of heals.
Well, you're basically grinding on these 2 monsters.
Grinding right up on them. Just pushing up on it.
Bump and grind. Make your choice.
God damn it!
So finally,
Yeah, after all of that, Jeff, I want you to tell them what was in the chest.
this is on me. What was in the chest after all of that was a wooden stick.
Wooden stick.
It's worth about 10 gold.
That is the absolute perfect item to have been in that box, man.
It's like, at that moment I realized, I was like, this game's controlling me. I'm not in control of this. I don't want to walk in there and
It's
get that.
playing me.
My free will is gone. It's gone.
What kind of...
Fuck, God.
Still reeling from the whole chest debacle, we immediately walk down to the bottom floor, which is just like a hell snowflake. It's the worst case yet of check every room.
Look at this. Look at this nightmare. I was gonna prove something back there. I was so close. We're level 18. You hear that, world?
You gave...
We're level 18.
After we're done with this, we're headed to a place called the Castle of Ordeal.
No. I mean, I'm like out of heal potions. I'm gonna have to fight something stupid as soon as I walk up to this chest. I just want to find the exit to this dungeon because I don't want to die down here.
I believe in you. How many heal potions do you have?
Like 3. Like not enough to do anything.
Go get this treasure chest.
It's empty. For some reason, this was just an empty chest.
Fucking just goddamn it. There's these rooms that have like candelabras in them, but nothing else.
Have you checked all 4 corners now?
Not yet.
If you had gone in the different direction, would you have just gotten lucky? Like, have you just taken like an unlucky route?
I don't know. Am I supposed to light all these candles or something?
How?
I don't know.
I think,
Like one fight could really...
Dude, this is ridiculous. I'm looking at this bottom level, and it's literally like, you got supremely unlucky. You happened to start from the worst possible spot.
Basically, he went clockwise around the snowflake. If he had gone counterclockwise, we would have been done instantly.
We've been through
Give it to
200 potions going through
Just give it to Issa. Is that you, the tinder that defeated the fiend of the earth and disturbed my sleep? I, Carrie, will now show you the force of the fire, and you shall burn in its flames. You ready to burn in its flames, or you're gonna ice
I'm
them?
ready to beat the shit out of Carrie.
Carrie.
Terminated.
Dude.
Oh.
Dude. Fucking good work. Good work.
We did it.
Let's get back to town.
I'm gonna go outside.
I'm gonna take us back to town. Okay. Came back with 60,000 gold.
Great. Great.
you did it, man. You did great.
I did it. I did it.
Like, why are you questioning anything other than, like, feeling accomplishments?
I'm tired. I want to go to bed. I have to drive home. No, I'm just like, my brain is so like, my
You
brain
are
and my
really,
body are,
you've
like,
been playing more than me for longer.
Sorry.
No.
My-
I'm sorry.
No, I mean, yeah, my brain and body are like, why are you doing this? Like,
At the end of that dungeon, you must feel utterly exhausted.
I'm doing this all in one day so that I can tell people that I did this?
I know.
What?
You're right. I brought that up at the worst possible time.
Yeah, I know. I was
Like,
what?
I was like, the embarrassment that we're gonna feel for doing this.
The stupid music in this town. Dude.
Oh, God.
Can't we just save
And be done for the
done?
night?
Isn't that enough?
We can.
What's next?
I want to know.
Yeah, man, you must be so tired. You would hate it if this were to, like, continue on for any amount of time.
Basically, there's this place we gotta go.
Uh-huh.
In order to get there, we need the airship.
Well, it sounds like that's a great thing to figure out next time.
No, it's not.
What do you mean?
Wait a minute. Ice cave?
I told you there was an ice world.
So I got back on the ocean, because fuck you.
I mean, how long are we gonna go?
I just want to find out, like, our next objective before we end.
This is the weakest excuse I've ever heard. Like, we won't know what we're gonna do tomorrow. Like,
I just wanted to end on a always know what you're gonna do next before you end for the night. That's like a writing thing, right?
Hemingway used to say, you always want to know what's going to happen next. When, like, you don't stop until you know what's going to happen. I don't remember. Whatever.
Really, what
it
I'm
doesn't
trying to
apply
say
to
is
this.
Hemingway applies.
Are you saying
Hemingway is
You're saying
the
you
quote.
want to stop in the middle of something you're doing, not when you just finished a thing? Is that...
It's really, this is what happens to me. This is how I stay up late playing games, is that I end up deciding like, okay, well, let me just figure out what the next thing is. And then it's like, oh, I got to go to that town. Well, let me just get to that town and then I'll save. Oh, well, now I'm here. Let me, like, we just got to get to the ice cave. I'll go to the ice cave and then I'll save in front of the ice cave. Well, let me just see what's in the ice cave real quick. Well, I'm this far. I might as well finish the ice cave. Oh, I gotta go back to town. Let's go back to town and save. Oh, well, there's a fire dungeon. Let's go save in front of that. And then it's noon.
That's all I'm looking to
Anyway, of course, I go into the ice dungeon, and in there are mages that are just fucking me up.
do. Why did I get myself into this?
I don't know. I can't believe that we're still going.
I really thought
You just opened a whole new chapter.
I don't know why I did. I thought I was like...
What did you think?
I don't know what I thought now that I'm thinking about it. What the fuck, man?
What did you think was in here?
I know what's in here, actually. What is all of this? God damn, dude. I don't know I'm getting out of here. I don't know I'm getting out of here.
How are you gonna get out of here?
I don't know. Well, now I really want to get out of here. Dude!
Oh, you made it out.
Here's what's happening. I'm housing, and we're calling it a night.
Good. It's 3 in the morning.
Okay. So we stopped playing, but before Ryan went home, we decided to sit down and talk about how we were feeling. How do you feel?
I don't feel anything anymore.
Feel anything?
I don't. There's no more... I'm tired.
There's a numbness, I guess.
There's an immense, overwhelming numbness.
3:15 in the morning.
So let's go back.
What do we do?
What did we do?
What did we do?
This was a mistake.
All right, let's just talk about the moment where I broke you.
I just realized, I was like, wait, it's like 2 in the morning.
Who are we?
And I'm
trying
doing
to
this. I'm
show
doing this
that
so I can
this is
show
what-
people
so that we
I
can
did-
show people that we did this.
that I did this all day long. And on top of that, we're doing things and we're like picking up chests and you're like, oh sweet, there's gold in there. And I'm like, great. More gold for what? So I can go back and I can press A until I have 99 heals. Yeah, I was like trying to gain my power back as an individual and not do what the game wanted and get the treasure chest. I was starting to wonder, like, why would I like this game? I don't really think... I don't know if I like this game. It's 3 in the morning, but then it's, like, really toxic relationship.
It totally
where
is.
like, you're chasing this experience of just barely beating a boss, and I can't think of another game where I've had to just, like...
check every room.
Just check rooms.
Dude, you just played Final Fantasy 12 with me, and you're gonna pretend like that wasn't what that was?
When were we just checking rooms?
In every dungeon.
Not like this.
We had this mini map that was overlaid on the thing that we got to run around and check every room of. The only difference is there's no mini map.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I feel like, yeah, maybe this game is just showing you the truth.
It's showing you the most stripped down truth of what you've actually been doing.
This is what video games are.
The window dressing
You're
of
right.
story and character,
Yeah.
which is really
but
why
at the
you
end
want
of
to
the
show
day,
up.
what you're doing is you're just checking
You're
rooms.
just checking rooms.
You're just checking rooms.
That's what
Free
it is.
yourselves, people.
Free yourselves.
You don't have to check
You
rooms.
don't have to check rooms.
You don't have to
They're
do this.
just like a thing a guy decided would be in it.
Oh.
We have 2 orbs polished.
We did. We do have a nice. We have a nice pair of polished orbs. You know, shimmering.
I think this ice cave is an optional dungeon that
Wait,
gets
are
you an
telling
optional
me we're
thing.
already doing
I
the
think
extra stuff?
I think we might be.
We're already doing the extra stuff?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
If we have a play session that's even, let's say, 2/3 as long as today's, we can come really close to finishing.
How many years does that take off of my life? I was thinking about that while we were playing today.
Like,
towards the end, I was like,
this isn't a 1-to-1 amount of time lost.
I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter how close we are to done or not. I'll come back and play more.
Can you imagine how mind-bending it would be to listen to, like, our descent into darkness while actually, like, as, like, the background while you're playing Final Fantasy 1?
Yeah, maybe you wouldn't feel so alone.
I
God,
hope
you're not doing this alone.
Please don't be doing this alone.
If right now you're out there listening to this
and playing Final Fantasy 1,
I just want you to know that you're not alone.
You're not alone. Take a break, go outside, look at the sun or
but not
stars.
too long of a break, because if you do, you'll never be done.
And so that was episode 3. Thanks for joining us, you guys.
Now you know why no one can know about this.
You were officially aware of why no one can know about this. Don't tell your friends. Don't find us at noonecannowaboutthis.com or Facebook or Twitter. Here's, as always, a little taste of next time on No One Could Know About This.
An episode will open on, like, a dude out in the world, like, committing a crime, and, like, it'll reveal a bunch about who he is and, like, his history and stuff, and then it cuts to him coming in, and it's like, now you gotta deal with this guy too. He's gonna throw